from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Jackson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here.
Yeah.
You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
My man's been on here. Oh, yeah, we here. Oh, yeah. We here.
Chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a third down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Middle.
Set! Blue 90!
This time Jackson will throw it. And an alley to run. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, good working on it for a little bit. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Cool
a good
run.
pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play. Catch the ball in the secondary.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Come on, he got blocked. Yo, that, what?
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That is phony.
And a Baltimore first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
This nigga just dropped me.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Yeah,
back-to-back
cool
nice
drive.
gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy.
Not blitzing. Oh, bro.
Ravens touchdown. Ty Montgomery.
That little
a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tuck Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Spins past it, and he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to
what? Come on now, is that even real? That makes no sense. What? Dummy. Oh my God.
This is a veteran quarterback back there.
What?
He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball.
What?
I think he knew this was trouble.
That is phony.
So they'll come up 1st and 10
Oh
now from
my
the 33.
God. They really just sat there and gave that man that pick.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right.
He just sat there and gave that man that pick like that. That is so
it's the
phony.
Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
The fuck? What is this?
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's phony, yo. There's no way he got
play
that
was
pick.
doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Throwing is Jackson. That is caught at the 7. He's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Fuck that.
No,
I knew it, bro. I'm gonna stop doing that.
Touchdown, Baltimore. Ty Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Ravens will extend
That is
their
phony.
lead.
Oh, they really sat there and gave that man that pick.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
Sat there and gave that man that pick like that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The football going back over to the New Orleans Saints and a team this year, Charles, that really took off after that Week 1 loss. For me, it all came together Week 9. You think back to that game when they beat the Rams, knocked off their undefeated streak to start the regular season. So now, are the Saints really Super Bowl winning contenders? I mean, do you put them in that category?
I certainly do, and I think people are wondering how they would respond this season after what happened to end last season, the Minneapolis Miracle, where they ended up giving up the touchdown pass in the last play of the game in the playoffs. And when it started losing at home to Tampa Bay, many wondered if their psyche had really been affected, but they've regrouped since then. The defense is really playing well. And then there's always Drew Brees to Mike Thomas, and that has worked very well for them.
Well, since you mentioned Michael Thomas, and we talked about that win over the Rams, never forget going to get the flip phone, Mr. Michael Thomas, channeling his inner Joe Horn from back in the day. Brees going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left.
I don't know his icon.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I know his icon. Why did they do that?
Time to have some fun. And I want to know, at the Davis household, who carves the turkey?
Well, it's certainly not me.
Well, I knew that.
I can tell you that. But let's just switch it. Who cares who carves the turkey? I want to know what you're going to be knocking.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Terrell Suggs. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Easy.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him 2 plays in a row, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep to return is
That is phony.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. We're back to Baltimore after this. Jones on the return.
This game phony.
Yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore Ravens coming back out here on offense. Charles, a franchise that hasn't made the playoffs since 2014, and the way the middle part of this year has gone, it doesn't look like 2018 is going to stem that tide, does it?
It doesn't appear that way. They still have a chance to get hot, of course, but you're exactly right. Remember, as you mentioned, they haven't gotten to the playoffs since 2014. 4 out of the last 5 years they've missed the playoffs, which is so unusual for Baltimore and their organization. And just think of it this way. The general manager is going to retire at the end of this year. New general manager will take his place. He will have a big decision to make about head coach John Harbaugh at that point. Does he continue forward leading this team?
Yeah, the 56-year-old Harbaugh, he's been the head man in Baltimore since 2008. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Bro, I swear to God, bro.
Complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Oh, yeah,
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's got room. And he'll work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
I mean, this is phony.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football
Don't
back.
tell me I'm at the 1.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like
Oh,
this.
I'm at the
You're trying to
1.
drive that
Oh,
football into a tight
God,
spot.
no.
And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ready. Waiting.
Can't do shit.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. A play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
Why did I fall?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Let's go.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Breeze now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds.
All right, time for one play. Look how I do it. Oh yeah, special teams.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
I swear to God.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort
back?
in the second half.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. As Baltimore's offense makes their way back on the field, Charles, wanted to ask you about their running game. I mean, really, the offense has had some issues, but the running game needs to be picked up, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Alex Collins, who had such a big year last season, Buck Allen, both of them trying, but the running game does need to get kick-started. So it's a low-risk trade for Ty Montgomery, getting him from Green Bay. I think they're getting a 27th round pick. But he has experience running the football with Green Bay. And remember, he came into the league as a receiver, so he can help open up the offense in a number of ways, not to mention his kick return ability as well.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script
Let's go.
Too. And they're scripting something that they
expect
too
late.
to get them into
I got
the
lucky.
end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Breeze now on first down.
Good D.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, I want to go in a different direction for a second, talk about Le'Veon Bell. Because the November 13th report date has come and gone. He's still not with the Steelers. Now the good news, though, Le'Veon Bell not there, but James Conner has been good in his stead.
He certainly has, and we have to think now that maybe we won't see Le'Veon Bell in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, ever again. And that's for another day. He's not there. You just hit it, though. James Conner, this Pittsburgh team has really elevated its game around James Conner, playing awfully well. He's playing well. And I think there's a certain sense when you watch them that they all want to prove something to Le'Veon Bell, that they can play well without him. And so far, it's working.
And James Conner, he's an easy guy to root for. They open man. Smith. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 57 yards. And the Saints are back within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go now. Blue lining. Blue lining.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A right side catch by Crabtree. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jackson.
Thank you. That's what you call bait, buddy. That's what you call bait. What is he talking about?
Set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted.
I gave it right back to this
Picked off
nigga.
by Marlon Humphrey. And the return comes to a halt.
Gave it right back to this nigga. Oh my God, bro. I gave it right back to this nigga.
Quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy.
Gave it
He's
right
definitely
back to
too
this
good.
nigga.
And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
I'm going to go that way.
Now look at 56. Look at.
On second down, Jackson flush to his right. And they get jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Yeah, get the ball back.
Now Jackson on third down, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will.
Are you kidding me right now? Oh my God, yo. That was, that's why, bro. I didn't.
Category of obvious. You hate giving up the first down on 3rd and long, and somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him.
Oh, boy.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Jackson on second down. Crabtree has it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very
Come on, bro. That's oh my God, that's a pick, yo. That is a pick. That's a pick.
That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Jackson now. And he'll take it into the end zone.
That's a pick, yo. He's just going off this phony stuff.
Michael Crabtree, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Pick. I mean, that's a pick.
Drive there in this third quarter.
Go right in his hands.
To give him a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Somebody to move.
Over the middle, complete. That's Carr.
Let's go! Let's go!
26. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Come on.
On 1st down, Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the
ball. Oh, my God, they got me on a lineman.
I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. It's caught by Crabtree. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Let's go! Blue line!
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
Watch him, yo! Watch him!
He's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Nigga run around and shit.
Up there, 26 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Bro, they keep letting this nigga get out the pocket. Like,
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
What? Hey, let's go. Even better.
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Pick six.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Where's he going? Where's he going, my God? Oh, my God.
All you talk about.
Where you going? Bro, that's a big six. Oh, my God. Bro, where was he going?
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
To throw is Breeze. Flushed out right. And Thomas has it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Pick six.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Pick six, bro.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
That just made me mad, I mean.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Easy.
Where's the move?
They'll look to throw.
Flag on who?
That'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down,
bro.
Oh,
my God.
In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle.
Oh,
get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
I'm all the way back here.
Hey, kill.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw.
Who the fuck is he throwing? Let's go! Oh, he had it! He had it! Pass in the first. It's his own touchdown. He's just calling everything, bro. What? Oh my God, he had it in his hands.
The Saints on 3rd down.
Well, they're just calling everything they want.
This will be 3rd and forever. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be.
Let's go! Let's go! What? Oh, I was ready to say.
They're able to convert.
Let's go!
That sets up a 1st and
Let's
goal.
go! Let's go, bro.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. He's back to throw.
I messed that up.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Go, bro. We just one more touchdown. Last touchdown.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
What am I doing?
Breeze to throw.
Over
the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were go on the field, but okay, I see you. Breeze now to throw.
Thank you.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Come on.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Could do this.
Hey, easy. Left.
Oh, bro. I gotta trust my receiver.
Now Breeze.
Let's go! Let's go!
And with it, we are tied here in the 4th.
Let's go!
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
The kick.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get that nigga. Let's go.
And he's up past the 20 to the
Let's
22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield.
Oh, catch the pick. That's the pick. Oh, my God. Catch it. Catch it, bro. Oh, my God.
And incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle.
Let's go! Again! Let's go! Let's go, Meats! Let's go, Meats! Let's go! Let's go! That's bait right there! That's bait! That's bait! Let's go! That's bait right there! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
Let's go!
Gain here down to the 22. Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
Niggas talking about, man.
Use one of their timeouts.
Let's
The clock
go!
will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here we go. Easy. 0-2.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram.
Looks
And
like
they'll
that.
at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout.
Let's
As
go,
they stop him with
man.
13 seconds left to play. On third down, Mark Ingram. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Let's
An interesting
go.
and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch
6
out of it. I
seconds.
didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Oh, I mean, why I got it like this?
Allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
What the? Why did it disappear? Oh,
And
it's
his
right.
kick is good.
2 seconds left,
And
Meech.
it's celebration
2 seconds
time,
left.
and
2 seconds left.
they have taken the
2
lead
seconds
in the
left.
final seconds.
Oh yeah.
So he's able to come
Oh
through in a
yeah.
hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that?
I swear to God, if you return this shit, bro, I'm going.
You think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances?
Let's go! Let's go, Meech! Let's go, Meech! Let's go! What this nigga's talking about? What this nigga's talking about? Let's go! I'm golden! I'm too nice.
Fun if you won. Fun for us.
Oh yeah!
That magic that you were talking about.
Oh yeah!
But what a game! All the
Crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right
Oh
here.
yeah, Dummy!
You ended up beating him?
Yeah,
So long,
24-21.
everybody.
Y'all bet.
Yeah, but we gotta play another game.
Wow.
Cause the first game was a warm up.
You should have been like, this game count.
I mean, like I was fucking him up. I'm not recap.
He sucked. It's set a QB spot.
I know that's what I did.
Dumbass was stuck.
I was going crazy at the end, dummy. Had 300 passing yards on this nigga. 300.
He was saying, I let him do that pick. And he was like, is that realistic?
Chill, dummy.
And then I joined back in. Meet you on the mic.
Nah, he said he don't got a mic. I already called him though.
They call him.
Ah. Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
You ready now?
Oh yeah!
So you ready now?
Yeah.
I'm trying. That's not even my main team.
That's not your main team though. So who your team?
I'm about to see now.
I
'Cause
mean-
it counts now.
You saw how I was baiting you?
You wasn't baiting me.
I was. That last pick that you thrown?
I seen you, man. You wasn't baiting me.
I was baiting you. I went over to the left and came back over to the right. You threw it. I straight cut the pick.
You wasn't baiting me in the throwing. I was already committed.
Oh, so it's gonna be a pick either way.
I was already committed to throwing it. It was like either he won't pick it or I'm gonna catch it and I'm scoring.
Oh, wow. Oh,
That's how I was. You can't bait me if I'm watching it. I do it 3 times.
Bro, Meech, you can't lie. I can't clutch.
Huh?
I can't clutch. I came back. You was doing me dirty in the first quarter.
I kept passing the ball. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Well, I'm not about to do nothing else.
All right, come on, run it back then.
I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could have had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a genius. Caddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Wait a minute. Oh, why back me out? Hold up, man. Why did it back me up, man? Dummy, what is wrong with this? Bitch.
Okay, I'm back to school. This is open campus. I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her model she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin. I feel like
Oh, it's not working.
Charge me, myself, and I play the odds. A yes man, it's just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the cord. Hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menus, the a la carte. Boy, I had sharks bounce, sharks bounce. I gave it up.
There we go. I want to see you gonna use. Oh, hell no. I'm dead. No, use him. Oh, he's like Cowboys. What do I use? So I just get the Saints again? Yeah, that's the only thing. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Saints. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out. Luckily, so, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw. Peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me? Nikki, baby. That's only.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Brees. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Randy Gregory in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Hustle, hustle. Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Check. Under.
On second down, Elliott.
Well, that's good blocking.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Prescott on 3rd and 2.
Let's
And
go.
he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Okafor able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
That's a good play.
That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A 1st down carry by
That's
Elliott.
on me.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
Came straight
8
at me.
yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Second down, Prescott drops it underneath. Elliott muscles by at the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive, he may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Dancing to his left. He's going to take a shot for the and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
It was right.
And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A second down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right.
Oh,
got it open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Again to Elliott. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Over here. Right there.
The give is to Elliott. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, Elliott. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Fourth down, Prescott.
Oh, bro, I want this guy up.
Beasley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now Elliott. And on this one he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one caught by Beasley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Here's Prescott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I need the ball back.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Awesome. Here we go, 46. Sweat today. Gun. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
It's my pick if he didn't tip it.
Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half.
Oh, my God, through the ball, bro.
He's taken down. David Irving. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Austin. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey,
They go down Leon again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. On to stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
11.
On second down, here's Breeze.
Got nobody open, bro.
He chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Breeze gonna throw.
Good one hand, let's go.
Thomas. They convert on third with a gain of 22. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That
Throw it.
when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
36. Kill. Check.
The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze.
How be throwing a ball, bro?
Gets there this time for the sack. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Huh?
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
4 down. Check. Swing on the field. Right. To the right.
Good play.
first down. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Why did you stop? Oh my God.
Cowboys. 66 yards.
Start in the middle
and
of
the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he's going to throw deep right side.
This nigga's, oh my God, yo, you're wide open. Oh my God.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On play action. Now Breeze. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Randy in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Here's Austin. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Wide open.
They'll run with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't. Because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it. Because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Here's Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
4 down.
On third down, it's Elliott. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Ready. Kill. 0-2.
To throw, it's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Looked like he tried it all there, tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes, but he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, One of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely
A lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Shit is phony.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Breeze.
Oh, that shit.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40. The intended target.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very...
Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 35. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Oh, shit was funny.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
You trying to play again? Huh? You trying to play again? Hey, double or nine?
Huh?
Double or nine? I said, nah, I just want to play. I don't want to bet no more.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault.
What? Me?
Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mess. Can't sit on my house. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch it turn to a singer. Get it fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zip the back that like a pogo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they one wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm up like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. And up give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pen in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. On the return, Jabril Peppers. Not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Detroit!
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
So
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And they'll run it here. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the
He goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland Browns, Charles, it's been an interesting season for them. There was optimism early, couple of wins, a lot of near wins, but a lot of that optimism has really faded, and those competitive games early in the year, they're now just losses.
And that's exactly where people were headed with their optimism. Hey, this is going to pay dividends later. Go back to the season opener against Pittsburgh. 21-21 tie. Yet everyone felt great coming out of that, thinking, hey, down the road, that'll turn into wins. And you're exactly right. They have not seen that. Head coach Hugh Jackson was fired after their loss in Week 8. He had gone 3-36-1 in his tenure. And they still have some really tough road games coming up in the second half of the year. In the division at Cincinnati, Houston leading the AFC South at the midway point, at Denver, and at Baltimore. That's not easy.
And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mayfield down. He's going to go for a big play now. He's got him in. Complete.
Do you see what you just got?
All the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Oh,
Higgins, 75 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works. to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not run the ball again.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he is going
wow, bro. Are you kidding me?
There, a huge loss. Jamie Collins able to finally wrestle him down for a huge loss. And that'll take us to fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Pulled in at the 24. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Mayfield now on second down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Ravens. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is.
Oh, my God. Bro, how many sacks is he?
He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
How many sacks?
Jackson. Pressure again,
God, bro.
Jamie Collins in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Terrence Mitchell right there on the coverage.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 38.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, Week 12 in the NFL, also Thanksgiving week, and 3 games on Thanksgiving. We know about Chicago and Detroit, Washington, and Dallas. Don't forget about the 3rd and final game on Turkey Day, just as the early Black Friday shoppers are lining up. Atlanta, New Orleans.
And those Black Friday shoppers will be throwing serious elbows about the time this bad boy kicks off. Now, think about this weekend, or think about this Thanksgiving. It has the feel of a college rivalry weekend, doesn't it? Every game, intense rivalry. Chicago, Detroit, Washington, Dallas, and now this one, Atlanta, New Orleans. These two don't like each other very much. A huge game in the NFC South. Can't wait to watch this one. Matt Ryan, Drew Brees matching each other throw for throw.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his
Who
right.
the fuck is he throwing
This
it?
go deep, back over the
Oh
middle.
my
So took a
God.
shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
I should have bet.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Flush to his right. And he'll find a man. That's Landry. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in ball Baltimore territory. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught.
Just look at him, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? Just standing next to him, bro.
2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The return man, Chris Moore. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. He was looking for Crabtree that time. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing, Mayfield, and an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit, Detroit.
First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And 17-0. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now Jones.
Bro, I'm going
to take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think that they were just bad plays to call? Yeah, we'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson.
Run.
Forced out to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On third down, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Oh, look at that. All
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, Charles, a year ago at this time, I asked you what your Thanksgiving plans were, so I got a funny answer out of you last year. I'm going to ask you again, what are you doing for Thanksgiving this year?
Trying to figure out exactly what time I kick everyone out of my house so I can just hunker down and watch what's left of the football schedule. That's what I want to know.
Oh, come on. Your mother-in-law is coming in. It's going to be a great time at the Davis household.
Well, she can stay as long as she wants. She's family. But everyone else,
get out.
They have an expiration time.
What about the dogs?
50-50. Depends on how they act that day.
Well, when things go awry, you can just get in the car and head out to the airport because you got a game that weekend.
I certainly do. I will be headed to Charlotte, Seattle at Carolina that Sunday. Looking forward to that one. But even while I'm jesting a little bit about people being at the house, some of you I'm not jesting about. Hurry up and get out.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Moore now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Jackson on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Great on the return. It springs him for 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Now let's go.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. To throw, Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins from 8 yards out. And the Browns are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will extend this big lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Now Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. On 1st and 10, Mayfield steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that...
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They pass up the three, fake it, it doesn't work. And the Ravens taking the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though,
yeah.
because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Jamie Collins able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Jackson now down around his goal line. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's Jackson to throw. And running with power here. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They try.